Yep.
Yeah, we're just getting started. Are we on? All right. Good evening and welcome to Greater Hartford Twilight Baseball League preseason baseball. Live from Ceppa Field in Meriden, Connecticut. First pitch tonight's game. Ball. On the mound tonight we featured a record Journal Expos versus Ulbrich Steel. 1-1. On the mound tonight for Record Journal, the Expos, is Sean Rivera. Right-hander delivers a 1-1. Curveball. Dribbled foul, first base side. First batter for Ulbrich Steel tonight is Chris Anselmo, center fielder, number 24. One and two from Rivera. Breaking pitch up high. Count goes to 2-2. And the left-hander Anselmo goes down swinging for the first out of tonight's game. Batting second for Ulbrich, number 2. Second baseman Sam DeMeo. DeMeo takes a nice curveball on the outside corner from Rivera for a strike. Fastball up high. 1-1. Low and inside. Count goes to 2-1. So Rivera behind on the second batter here. Ball outside now. Count goes to 3-1. DeMeo in charge here. And Rivera issues his first walk. DeMeo takes first on 5 pitches. Third batter, first baseman, number 23, Will Musson. Big right-hander. First pitch skips past catcher. Wild pitch scored on that play. DeMeo off to second. So Ulbrich with a runner in scoring position with one out here in the top of the first. Fouled off. Count goes to 1-1. Two and one now. Runner off second. Inside, 3-1 now. Rivera from the stretch. Ooh, broken bat, ground ball, second base. Looks back to runner. And Musson grounds out 6-3 for the second out. Batting cleanup for Ulbrich Steel, the catcher, number 15, Tyler Pop. Ground ball, third base. Should be an easy play. And Ulbrich is retired in the bottom of the first. After 1/2 inning, Ulbrich 0 and Record Journal coming to bat. Yeah. Starting lineup for Record Journal. Leading off, playing second base, number 6, John Walter. Batting second, the left fielder, number 11, Kyle Hartenstein. Batting third, shortstop, number 7, Hector Gonzalez. Cleanup is the designated hitter, number 1, Isaiah Rivera. Joey Galino, the center fielder, number 2, batting fifth. Brandon Hernandez, catcher, number 19, batting sixth. In the 7th spot, Will Kizwanos, the first baseman, number 14. In the 8th spot is the right fielder, number 24, Evan Harasta. And batting ninth, number 25, the third baseman, Matt Fusco. Walter takes the first pitch for a strike. Ground ball at second base, scooped up there. By DeMeo for the first out. Left-handed batter, right fielder, number 11, Kyle Hartenstein, takes the first pitch for a strike. The Hartenstein falls behind, 0-2. Foul tip on that pitch. Hartenstein just getting a piece of that one. Ball up high. Hartenstein now at 1-2. Fouled off. Hartenstein staying tough. No score in the bottom of the first. Preseason, Greater Hartford Twilight Baseball. Ball up high. So Hartenstein gets the count to 2-2 now after falling behind early. Count runs full. Hartenstein with a chance here. So Hartenstein draws the walk after falling behind 0-2. First baseman, no. Shortstop, Hector Gonzalez steps in with a runner on first. See what Record Journal does here. With Gonzalez at the plate. Oh, drives the ball to left field. Under it. And makes the play. Nate DeLeon for Ulbrich. So Gonzalez is retired. And with 2 outs, Hartenstein's at first. And the designated hitter, Isaiah Rivera, steps in. Pop fly to right field. And a sliding catch there by Garrett Bremer to retire the side. So Ulbrich is retired in the bottom of the first. No runs on no hits. Is the shortstop, number 11, Matt Goldman. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Popped up. Right side. Out of play. Goldman goes 1-1. Rivera up high. 2-1. Curveball inside. Rivera falls behind his first batter in the top of the second. 3-1. Ball outside. Goldman takes a walk. So Rivera issues his second walk. And up steps the third baseman, number 17, Jaden Gonzalez. Goldman off first. Ball down low. Kizwanos holding him on for Record Journal. Rivera from the stretch. Strike and a throw down first and just gets in there. Quick throw. By Hernandez. Almost catches Goldman off first. Rivera goes 1-2 on the foul ball to Gonzalez. Got a little dancing out there at second base. Oh, gets a piece of it. Fouled off. First base side. Count stays at 1-2. Off goes hit and run going there. And Goldman gets a stolen base. So Gonzalez is retired on the strikeout. And up steps the right fielder, number 8, Garrett Bremer. Goldman in scoring position with one down. So Bremer goes 2-0. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Rivera working the edges tonight. Goldman off second. Up high on Bremer. So now 3-1 with Goldman at second and Bremer with an opportunity here. And Bremer takes a walk. And Ulbrich has their first chance tonight with 2 runners on. So runners on first and second with Nate DeLeon, the right fielder, stepping up. DeLeon takes the first pitch for a ball. Again on the outside corner for Rivera. De Leon looks at another pitch on the corner. And Rivera comes right back on 3 pitches to get the second out. And now the designated hitter, pitch fouled off. And Selmo, the center fielder, batting. Pop fly, left field. Easy play for Hartenstein to retire the side. So after 1.5, Ulbrich 0, Record Journal 0. So for Record Journal, in the bottom of the second inning, they'll have center fielder number 2, Joey Galino, Brandon Hernandez, the catcher, and Will Casuanos, the first baseman. Galino, a returner from last year, late in the season, joined Record Journal, and then drive to left field and foul.
All right, have fun.
On the mound for Ulbrich, Nick Hawk. In the first inning, Hawk faced 4 batters, issued 1 walk, no strikeouts. Fouled off. Out of play. Galino goes 2-2. Swung and chopped foul. Galino stays alive at 2-2. He's a tough out. From what we saw of him last year, he has good instincts on the field. Center field tonight. I think we've seen him play catcher. Drive and foul. And the line drive down to third baseline. Broken bat. Galino's got to get some new lumber. So count stays at 2-2. And fouled off again. And popped up off first in fair territory for Musson, who retires Galino after a tough at-bat. Well, Brandon Hernandez, the catcher, steps in. Hernandez takes the first pitch for a ball. Hawk gets an easy chopper back to him. Over to Musson for the second out. And Cazuano steps to the plate. Left-handed hitting first baseman. Takes second pitch at the knees for a strike. Chopper to third. Oh, and a barehanded play. And a one-hop throw after the barehanded ground ball pickup. By Gonzalez. And Musson could not handle that, so Cazuano reaches first on the error. And up steps the right fielder, number 24, Evan Harasta, who lines a shot to center field that on a line drive is caught by Nate DeLeon to retire the side. So after a couple of tough at-bats, an error, and a hard hit ball at the end of the second inning. Ulbrich 0, Record Journal 0. His line thus far, 2 innings, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. 1 wild pitch. And up steps the second baseman, number 2, Sam DeMeo. Fastball up high, swing and a miss for a strike. No change up there. So DeMeo goes 1-1. Oh. DeMeo backed off on that pitch by Rivera. Looked like a fastball up high. So he goes 2-1, back in there. And another fastball up high. Foul back. So count goes full. Rivera works it back to 3-2. DeMeo walked in his first at bat, reached second. And a ground ball to third, fired over to first, and DeMeo, with some speed, beats that throw from Fusco. It looks like the left-hander, Charlie Hesseltine, is in the bullpen, but looks like he's actually warming up someone else. So Rivera faces Musson, the first baseman, with DeMeo leading off first. Ground ball second, another chance for Fusco. Over to second. Pulled. On Fusco's throw, he pulled Walter off second on the lead runner, DeMayo. DeMayo not realizing that the umpire had called him safe. Backtracked toward first and ended up getting thrown out. So on the scoring for that, the play goes 5-4-3. Back to 4 for the second out. And up steps the catcher, number 15, Tyler Pop. Rivera with the breaking pitch for a strike. Another squibber off third base. So Rivera getting the ground balls this inning. Pop goes 1-1. Fly ball center field. Galino rushing in, and it falls. Line drive dropped just right in front of him. So Pop gets on safely. And Goldman with a chance here. And 2 outs. Matt Goldman, the shortstop. Fouls the first pitch off. Rivera from the stretch. Keep an eye on Pop. Doesn't look like he's going to be doing much. Rivera with curveball in the outside corner. Ahead on Pop now, 1-2. Goldman at 1-2 now. Up high. Rivera looks over. Pop leading off first. So Goldman goes full with Caswano's holding Pop on at first. And a swing strikeout there for Rivera to retire the side. At the end of 2.5, Ulbrich 0, Record Journal 0. So we move to the bottom of the third inning for Record Journal. The 9-1-2 now. Fusco, Walter, and Hartenstein. And Fusco steps to the plate for the first time tonight. Hawk still on the mound for Ulbrich. Swing and a miss on Fusco. Hawk now 0-2. And a line drive, base hit, center field. And it looks like Hawk might have had a little too much of the plate there. So Fusco takes an 0-2 to center field for a base hit. The second baseman, John Walter, steps in and grounded out to second base in his first at-bat, leading off for Record Journal. Fusco leans off first. Fly ball to left center field. Under it is the center fielder, Anselmo, for the first out. So the left-hand hitting Hartenstein takes the first pitch for a ball. Right fielder walked in his first at-bat. Fusco leading off first. Hartenstein on a swing and a miss there. And Fusco takes off, and the ball is fouled away. So he'll go back. And Hartenstein will have to battle at 1-2. Hawk looks over. Fusco not moving on that one, and Hartenstein strikes out looking. So 2 down. And shortstop Gonzalez, Hector Gonzalez, steps up. Gonzalez with a little fly ball to second base. And DeMayo steps under it. Defensively, in for Fusco at third is number 4, Sebi Grignano. He'll bat in the 9 spot. And on the mound is number 23, Mike Charest. Right-hander Charest. In for his first stint tonight. Hernandez out with a word for Charest before our first batter in the top of the 4th for Ulbrich. Jaden Gonzalez, a third baseman. He takes the first pitch, pops it up right to Charest, and they play catch off the bat. So Charest retires the first batter on 1 pitch.
Also got Grignano.
Yeah. So Bremer steps to the plate with 1 down. Bremer fouls off that third pitch. So Bremer now at 1-2. Outside on the fastball. So Charest goes 2-2 now. with Bremer. Bremer walked in his first at bat, facing Rivera. And he gets him looking beautiful. That curveball looked like it was a late breaker. And Bremer goes down looking. So DeLeon takes the plate. And the left fielder struck out looking in his first at bat. Takes a strike from Charest. Like a slider on that pitch. Now Charest goes 1-1. Now 2-1. Fastball on the outside corner. So Charest evens it up at 2-2 with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Oh, another curveball. And Charest gets Ulbrich in order, 1-2-3, with 2 strikeouts looking. At the end of 3.5, Ulbrich 0, Record Journal 0. Ulbrich with a pitching change, 0-0, big right-hander. See if we can get a name for you. Working on that. Uniforms just issued tonight, preseason. And Record Journal will have Rivera, Galino, and Hernandez. We may call that the law firm. Law firm of Rivera, Galino, and Hernandez. So Rivera steps up in his first at-bat in the first inning. Flat out to right field to end the inning. And now he has a shot here in the bottom of the 4th with a new pitcher on the mound for Ulbrich. Strike low. Curveball for 2. Hard throwing. And the fastball outside. The count goes to 1-2. Oh, Rivera fooled a little on that pitch. So Rivera goes down swinging, 1 out, and Galino comes to the plate. Leading off the second, Galino popped out to the first baseman in his first at bat. Galino takes a swing at the first pitch, fouls it back. Battled in that first at bat. Disciplined batter at the plate. And Galino goes 1-1. Up high. So Galino in the driver's seat here. Curveball for a strike. Evens it up at 2-2. Picking up the pace there on the mound. Trying to throw off Galino's timing. And a full count. Galino takes the walk. So Record Journal gets their first runner since the first batter in the third inning. Ulbrich had retired 4 straight batters prior to that. So Hernandez, the catcher, takes the plate. And he takes a strike. Galino leading off first.
Yo, you're on deck. Where'd you put my helmet? I didn't touch your helmet.
Fouled off there. So Hernandez now at 0-2. Musson holding the runner on. Step off there. 0-2. Galino a little squirrely over there at first. And a little tapper in front of the plate. And a nice play there by the pitcher to get the batter, Hernandez, for the second out. So score that 1-3. And the second out, fielder's choice. And Galino to second. So now Record Journal gets their first runner in scoring position tonight with Kizwanos, the first baseman, at the plate. Fouled back. Kizwanos' first at bat was an interesting one. And a chopper over to third that leaning toward the shortstop side. Grabbed there by Gonzalez, who barehanded, who fired over to first on an error, and that's a fly ball to deep right field. And on the run, Kizwanos is retired by Bremer. So defensive change. Number 18, Jason Sullivan, stepped into left field for Record Journal, and Wes Ulbrich, designated hitter, in his first at-bat tonight in the top of the 5th inning. Facing Charest, and Ulbrich hit by the second offering from Charest. So Ulbrich reaches first, and Anselmo, the center fielder, steps in. Charest with a little slide step delivery. With runners on. So Anselmo down 0-2. And fouls that pitch off. Anselmo 0-2 so far tonight. Struck out in his first at bat and flied out to right field. Goes 1-2. Ooh. Looks like Charest wanted that one. So count goes even, 2-2. It looks like Charest is just missing on the outside part of the plate these last two pitches. Fly ball on the 2-2. And, a diving attempt there by Gonzalez in shallow left field. Gonzalez went quite a distance to try and get to that ball, but lands out there in no man's land. So Ulbrich advances to second, Anselmo at first, and the second baseman DeMeo steps to the plate with no one out and 2 runners on. Gizwanos behind the runner at first. And Charest now in charge here, 0-2 against DeMeo. Drops the ball outside for 1-2. Slider gets away from him. And Anselmo moves to second, Ulbrich to third. So Ulbrich with a real opportunity here with no one out and 2 runners in scoring position. Inside on DeMeo. So count is now full. With the first baseman, Musson, waiting on deck. curveball for a line drive base hit over the shortstop's head. And the first run is in with Ulbrich scoring. Anselmo advances to third. And DeMayo gets credited with an RBI there. So Musson steps in. And Musson is 0-2. 2 ground balls. He was popped up behind the plate and out of play. DeMayo on the move there from first. So Musson was involved in that attempt at a double play with Fusco earlier in the third inning that resulted in some confusion on the bases. DeMayo advances on a ball, delayed steal. Anselmo at third, DeMayo at second, and Musson fouls it back. So Charest, after a 1-2-3 fourth inning, is now faced with runners on second and third with no one out. 1 run in, and facing the 3-hitter, Musson, in a tough spot. Like a slider there. So Musson at 2-2. First base open. And another slider for a base hit. And 2 runs are in with Anselmo and DeMayo crossing the plate. So Musson is credited on that base hit with 2 runs batted in. And the 4-hitter, catcher, Tyler Pop, comes to the plate. Still no one out. And ball scoots by Hernandez for ball 1. Musson takes second. One and one. And a line drive. Squibber to shortstop. Gonzalez scoops it up, and we have our first out in the top of the 5th inning. Matt Goldman, the shortstop, takes a swing and a miss for a first pitch strike. Musson at second now. 3 runs in the top of the 5th for Ulbrich. And Charest showing some fight here against Goldman at 0-2. Fly ball, pop up, right field. Second baseman back. And Walter makes the catch. Shallow right field behind the first baseman. So 2 down now with Musson at second, and Jaden Gonzalez, the third baseman, steps to the plate. Fastball strike there. So Shresh goes 0-2 now against Gonzalez with Musson at second. 3 runs in. Slider for a ball. Curveball for a strike. Beautiful pitch there by Shresh to get out of it. So Ulbrich breaks through with 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 hit batter, and a strike. Have the right fielder Jeff Rich leading off. Ball down low. See if Record Journal can get something going here. Curveball up high. 2-0. And line drive, base hit to left field. So Jeff Rich reaches safely. And that is the second hit of the game for Record Journal. They've had 2 runners reached by walk, and so this is their 4th runner, 5th runner of tonight's contest. Grignano steps in for his first at-bat tonight. Rich stepping off. Pop up, right field, under it, and the catch there. By Bremer. So 1 down. And pinch hitting for Walter. is John Doyen. Left-handed hitting Doyen. Rich leading off first. Musson holding him on. Doyen takes another ball. There's a strike. Up high. And Doyen issues a walk. From the 3-1 count. So Rich moves over to second, and Record Journal has 2 runners on with 1 out. Sullivan with a line drive to right field for a stand-up double. Doyen moves to third, and Rich crosses the plate for Record Journal the first time tonight. And Record Journal has something going with the shortstop, Gonzalez, stepping in, and 2 runners in scoring position. Curveball first strike. High and outside. Count goes to 1-1. Gonzalez flied out to left and popped out to second base. His first 2 at-bats. And here in the bottom of the 5th, he has a chance. And drive to center field. And this will get the runner in on a sacrifice. So Doyen scores to cut into Ulbrich's lead, now at 3-2. Sullivan advances to third, and Gonzalez credited with sacrifice RBI and the second out of the inning. And Rivera, the cleanup hitter, steps up. Rivera swinging on a bad pitch, low ball there. Ground ball to shortstop, backhanded, throw to first, and he got him. And Rivera looked back, thought maybe he was in there, but bang, bang play over there at first. So score that 6-3. moves to left field. He'll bat in the first spot. Sullivan, who pinch hit for Hartenstein, moves to third base in the second spot in the lineup, and Sebi Grignano moves from third over to second. Charette still on the mound in the top of the sixth inning, facing Bremer, the right fielder. And it looks like we are officially in twilight mode. Line drive to right field. Arasta with the catch there. So one down for DeLeon, who has struck out twice looking. And takes another strike there. Charette a little outside on that one. 1-1. Swing and a miss for DeLeon. And he gets him looking. So DeLeon is retired for the third time looking tonight. And Ulbrich steps up. He scored the game's first run after being hit by a pitch in the fifth inning. Strike looking there. And Ulbrich with a big cut. Now down 0-2. The 0-2 from Charette. And a ball outside on a close pitch there. So 1-2. Ulbrich moved from designated hitter to third base last inning. Slider for a strike, swinging. And Charette goes 1-2-3 in the sixth. So after 5.5, we got a one-run game. Ulbrich 3 and Record Journal 2. So Record Journal in the bottom of the sixth sends up Galino, Hernandez, and Kizuanos, the 5, 6, 7 hitters in their lineup. And Galino pops up outside of third, and that will be just out of play. And a nice effort there by Wes Ulbrich, the third baseman. Galino a little upset with himself on that. Thought he might have been popped out, but ball was a little too far down the line. Curveball for a strike, and so Galino falls behind 0-2 now. Popped up again. This one's playable for the shortstop, Goldman. So Galino retired there for the first out in the bottom of the sixth. And up steps Hernandez, the catcher. Ground ball to second base. Easy play there for DeMayo. And Hernandez is retired 4-3. So 2 outs, and Kizuanos, the first baseman, steps up. Kizuanos reached on an error by Gonzalez in the second and flat out to right field in the fourth. Left-handed hitting first baseman. Takes a strike. Not sure if he agrees with that. Back now. Count full here. Fouled off our way. Right at my back. Kizuanos stays alive. And he gets the walk. After a patient at bat there. So Record Journal keeps the inning alive with 2 down. And Jeff Rich steps to the plate. Rich scored Record Journal's first run in the 5th inning after a base hit. And a sacrifice. Oh, no. He scored on the double from Sullivan. Oh, and a line drive to center field, and that is trouble. And here comes Kiswanos, rumbling around. Third, and he's going to be held up there. So Jeff Rich gets a stand-up double, and Record Journal has a chance here with runners on second and third and 2 outs. And Sean Grignano, the second baseman, steps up. And a quick one hopper back to the pitcher, and Grignano is retired 1-3 to end the inning. So Record Journal there with a threat. 2 runners in scoring position, but nothing across. So we go to the top of the 7th. Ulbrich Steel 3 and the Record Journal Expos 2. The left-hander takes to the mound to see if he can get this last inning for Record Journal. And up steps the leadoff hitter, Anselmo. Little hopper just foul down the left field line. So Hesseltine up 0-2. Curveball there. Dribble to first. Hesseltine over, and he gets him on the tag. A nice play there by Hesseltine to hustle over on the ground ball to Kiswanos. So score that 3-1 for the first out. And DeMeo, the second baseman, who has reached base in all 3 of his at-bats tonight. With a walk in the first and singles in his last two at-bats, in the third and the fifth, scoring the third run for Ulbrich. If it holds, would be the winning run, the third run in the fifth inning. So DeMaio goes 1-1. And Heseltine with another curveball. For a strike. Looks like a slider there. Gets him on the fastball. Swinging for the second out. So the first baseman, Musson, steps up with two down in the top of the seventh. Like maybe a change up there for a strike. Another nice pitch on the outside part of the plate. And so Musson behind now, 0-2 with two down. Curveball, ground ball dying at shortstop, and the throw takes a one-hopper, and a really nice effort there by Gonzalez. So Musson reaches safely on the base on the single. And the catcher, Tyler Pop, steps up to the plate. Ball in the dirt. Throw over to first. Swing and a miss there. Ball in the dirt again. So Heseltine trying to get Pop to reach. On a swing. And Pop takes a swing and a miss, and so Heseltine gets two strikeouts in the top of the 7th. No runs across, 1 hit for Ulbrich. At the end of 6.5, Ulbrich 3, Record Journal 2. So last chance here for Record Journal, down 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th, with the top of the order coming up. Doyen, Sullivan, and Gonzalez. So up steps Doyen, trying to get on. Takes the first pitch ball. Second pitch up high. So Doyen ahead in the count 2-0. And now 3-0. And Doyen gets a 4-pitch walk here in the bottom of the 7th, and Sullivan steps to the plate. Sullivan fouls the first pitch back, out of play. Sullivan doubled in the 5th. To score rich, the first run for Record Journal. And throw down to first. Looked like Sullivan might have picked that up. Oh, Sullivan takes a third strike, looking for the first out. And so the shortstop, Hector Gonzalez, steps up. He's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice to drive in the second run, and a wild pitch there, and Doyen takes second. So now the Expos, with the tying run in scoring position and the 3-hitter, dangerous Hector Gonzalez at the plate. And another pitch that drops in the dirt. Ball outside. So 3-0 for Gonzalez. And let's see what he does here with the runner on second base. He's taken all the way for a strike. So 3-1. And he's going to take again for ball 4. So runners on first and second with 1 down, and Isaiah Rivera, the designated hitter, steps up. Rivera 0 for 3. With a fly-out strikeout in the 4th and a ground out to end the inning in the 5th. A chance here and the ball gets away, and Doyen and Gonzalez advance to second and third. So Rivera with a chance to win this game on a base hit, the infield in, and the ball down low. And Gonzalez takes ball 4. So Joey Galino, who has been a tough out tonight, 0 for 2 with a walk. Pop out to first base and a pop out to short, but he's taken pitchers deep in the count all night. A base hit here, and the speedy Gonzalez at second will most certainly take a chance to score with 1 down and the ball up high. So 1-1 to Galino. A great finish here in preseason Greater Hartford Twilight Baseball. Galino takes it to 2-0. And low and outside, and swing and a miss there. And we go full once again with Galino. And the ball in the dirt, and we will have a tie game. And here comes the running run. Gonzalez taking a chance, and he is out at the plate. Oh, man. Gonzalez with a sprint to home from second on the wild pitch is out for the second out. The game is tied, and Rivera advances to third, and Galino is at second and now takes off on the no throw. His run doesn't make any difference with 2 outs. Something's going to happen here one way or the other in a tie game. Brandon Hernandez, the catcher, takes it to 2-1. A ground ball to short, and a nice play there by Goldman to get Hernandez. And tonight's scrimmage, after 4 innings of pitchers having the best of it, ends on in an exciting bottom of the 7th. Record Journal with a couple of chances to win this game in their last at bat. We end our preseason matchup in a 3-3 tie. Greater Hartford Twilight Baseball League appreciates your viewing tonight's game, and we hope you'll join us all season long as we continue to provide live streams of select games throughout the season and the playoffs.